turns iron to vapor, and entire asteroids crumble to ash. And yet, this object keeps getting stronger. Instead of fading or fragmenting, 3I Atlas is growing brighter, a blazing emerald wound in the fabric of space, releasing vast fountains of vapor that should not exist this close to the sun. For scientists watching from NASA's solar observatories, what's happening looks less like destruction and more like transformation. When comets near the sun, their icy surfaces boil away in a predictable sequence. Water, carbon dioxide, and dust vent outward, forming bright tails that stretch across millions of kilometers. But 3I Atlas has broken that rule completely. It began leaking water earlier than expected, long before solar heat should have reached it. And now, instead of chaotic bursts, it's releasing vapor in steady, rhythmic plumes, almost as if under control. This is not how nature behaves. Data from the SOHO spacecraft shows powerful jets of water erupting from the comet's shaded side, the side turned away from the sun. That's impossible under known physics. Even scientists admit they've never seen anything like it. In simpler terms, it's acting like something alive. Every day, its green glow intensifies. The Parker Solar Probe has detected subtle electromagnetic pulses aligned perfectly with the comet's flares, a phenomenon so strange that even the mission's engineers hesitated to publish it. Whenever 3I Atlas brightens, the probe records faint waves in the solar wind, not random noise, but patterned oscillations, repeating like a heartbeat. And that's what terrifies the scientists most, because if these readings are correct, then 3I Atlas isn't just reacting to sunlight, it's interacting with the sun. NASA has quietly redirected a network of instruments to monitor the event. The Solar Orbiter, SOHO, and Parker Solar Probe are now triangulating every flicker, every pulse, every chemical signature. Even the James Webb Space Telescope, though not designed to observe the sun, has been tasked with analyzing reflected infrared light once the object swings past. No one is saying it out loud, but inside those control rooms, a single question lingers. What if this isn't a comet at all? Official statements remain cautious. The public NASA feed calls 3I Atlas an interstellar comet with anomalous composition and thermal behavior. But behind closed doors, some astrophysicists whisper about non-natural geometry. The reason? High-resolution images show something extraordinary. Beneath the comet's glowing haze, there appear to be angular structures, faint, repeating lines that don't match any known fragmentation pattern. It could be optical illusion, or it could mean the nucleus of 3I Atlas is something entirely different. The story deepens as the comet enters the sun's magnetic domain. This region, known as the coronal boundary, is an ocean of charged plasma. Anything that enters is immediately bombarded by solar radiation so intense that no ice, no rock, no metal can last for long. And yet, telemetry from the solar orbiter suggests the comet's core temperature is lower than expected, as if something is shielding it from heat. That shouldn't be possible. Could it be that 3I Atlas contains compounds unknown to our periodic table? Or could it possess internal layers, metallic or crystalline, that reflect radiation the way spacecraft use thermal shielding? NASA doesn't know. ESA doesn't know. No one does. But one thing is certain. When 3I Atlas reaches its closest point on October 29th, it will face the sun's wrath head-on. A test of survival against the most violent forces in our solar system. If it's just a comet, it will burn. If it's something more, we may witness the first interstellar object that refuses to die. Every mission is now watching. Parker Solar Probe will pass within visual range, its instruments tuned to detect even the faintest electromagnetic change. The Solar and Heliospheric Observatory will capture optical and ultraviolet footage as long as its sensors can bear the glare. On Earth, radio telescopes are listening, waiting for the smallest anomaly, a whisper in the radio waves, a frequency that doesn't belong. And the readings have already begun to change. 2 days ago, Parker detected a powerful outburst of water vapor, not random, but synchronized with a sudden drop in solar wind density. It's as if the sun blinked. The vapor cloud from 3I Atlas expanded rapidly, then condensed into a filament, a thin bridge of plasma stretching in the sun's direction. That bridge lasted just 14 minutes before dispersing, but in those minutes, Parker recorded magnetic fluctuations never seen before. To some, it looked like a direct energy exchange between the comet and the star. NASA hasn't confirmed this publicly, but internal logs show several instruments were temporarily overloaded during the event, as if hit by a short, powerful burst of radiation. Some engineers called it the comet's scream. As the object approaches, the fear grows that it might not simply vanish, but rather unleash something unexpected. Solar physicists warn that a sudden influx of ionized material could trigger new coronal mass ejections, sending shock waves of energy throughout the inner solar system. If even a fraction of 3I Atlas survives and continues on, it might emerge from the encounter changed, magnetized, superheated, or carrying solar plasma trapped within its core. What happens then is anyone's guess. Would it drift harmlessly back into interstellar space? Or could it be pulled toward the inner planets, possibly even crossing Earth's orbit months later? For now, all anyone can do is wait. The countdown has begun. Parker Solar Probe's next flyby will capture its closest view yet. And when 3I Atlas reaches perihelion, cameras will either see a brilliant flash, the final death of an ancient traveler, or something far stranger, the birth of a new kind of object. Because if 3I Atlas survives the sun, it won't just be a survivor, it will be something our species has never seen before, a being forged by a star. Deep in NASA's control rooms, the lights never go out. Teams sit in silence, watching data streams scroll across their monitors. Every spike, every pulse, every whisper of radio energy is analyzed, recorded, debated. They know that when the moment comes, there will be no second chances. The sun will decide what happens next. Outside, the world goes on, unaware that above us, an ancient traveler from beyond the stars is facing its final test. Somewhere, in that glowing green shell of vapor, lies the answer to a mystery we've been asking since humanity first looked up. Are we alone in the universe, or are we just beginning to hear the echoes of others? Soon, 3I Atlas will make its closest approach. It may shatter, it may survive, or it may do something no one expects. And when that moment comes, every telescope, every satellite, every eye on Earth will be watching. Whatever happens, one truth will remain. The universe is not done surprising us.